Hello students, welcome back. So we are going to continue our second chapter of physics, that is units and measurement, and our today's first topic is measurement of length. So in measurement of length we have two methods, in which first is direct method and second is indirect method. So in direct method we have some kind of instrument or component, you can say, through which we can measure the distance. For example, like we have meter scale, through which we can measure from 10 raised to power minus 3 meter to 10 raised to power 2 meter. So for an example, if I want to measure the length or height of my house, so I can use the meter scale, and we have vernier caliper for measuring the small distance. So its range is 10 raised to power minus 4. Suppose I want to measure the diameter of my pen, so through the help of vernier caliper I can measure the diameter of this pen. And suppose if you want to measure the diameter of your hair, so for hair we have an instrument called screw gauge. So with the help of screw gauge you can measure the diameter of your hair. So it has a range of 10 raised to power minus 5. So these all are the direct method, in which we have meter scale, we have vernier caliper, we have screw gauge. But suppose if I want to measure the distance from earth to moon, or you can say you want to measure the distance from earth to any star, so what you will do? So in this case we have a indirect method. So we are talking about the measuring the distance between earth to moon or earth to any star. So here we have a method that is called parallax method. So here what is the mean of parallax? So parallax is name given to change in the position of an object with respect to the background when the object is seen from two different positions. So the distance between these two positions is known as basis. So let us understand this parallax with the help of an example. Suppose this is any object and this is the wall behind, and I am watching this object with my left eye, and at that time my right eye is closed. So at that time the position of this object is this, but if I watch this object with my left eye closed, so the position of this object at that time is changed. So this is the basic meaning of the parallax. This was the object, this is my left eye, this is my right eye, and this is the distance between my two eyes, that I can say it is B, and the distance from my left eye to that object is X, and this is also same from my right eye, that is X, and here is one angle form. This angle is known as the parallax angle. So if we understand through this image, let us take LR as an arc of length that is known to us, that is B, and we have LO equal to RO, that is equal to X, that is unknown to us, and we have a angle theta that is also known to us. So with the help of this we can calculate theta, that is P by X. So we have theta that is known to us, we have B that is distance between our eyes, that is also known to us. So we can find X with the help of the angle and the distance. So this is the same concept to measure the distance between any star or moon, as I told you, with the help of an image. Let me draw it once again. So suppose this time this is the moon, and suppose this is Delhi and this is Haryana. So we know the distance between the Delhi and Haryana, that we took as B. We know the theta, that is the angle through which we are watching the moon. So with the help of this theta and the distance between them, that is Delhi and Haryana, we can measure the distance between the earth and moon. So with the help of this parallax method we can easily measure the large distance. So this is about the large distance, but what about if we want to measure the small distances? Like I want to measure the size of a molecule. If I want to measure the size of a molecule, we have three methods. One is Avogadro method, second is Rutherford method, and third is size of a molecule of oleic acid. So you will study these three methods by yourself, and if you find any kind of problem or difficulty, so you can ask me. So I hope I am clear with the topic of measurement of length. Now our next topic is measurement of mass. So first of all, let us know what is mass. So mass of a body is the quantity of matter in the body which does not depend upon temperature, pressure, or location of the body in space. So this is the definition of mass. So we have two type of mass. First is inertial mass and second is gravitational mass. So if we talk about the inertial mass, so that I told you in the definition of mass, the mass is the uh, mass of a body is the quantity of matter in the body which does not depend upon the temperature, pressure or location of the body. So that we can easily say that the inertial mass of the body is the mass which is present on the body. If we talk about the gravitational mass, so the mass that we measure, you can say the weight that we measure after the gravitational pull on the body, so that you can say that is the gravitational mass. Suppose this is a box and it is having mass m, and after the gravitational pull or gravitational force, the mass of this body that you will get, it is called the gravitational mass, or you can say the weight. So I hope I am clear with the inertial mass and the gravitational mass. So for measurement of mass we have two methods. First is measurement of inertial mass and second is measurement of gravitational mass. So for measure the inertial mass of a body, we can measure this with the help of inertial balance. So in inertial balance, it consists of some component that I made in this image. So it consists of a block of wood that is W and a pen P that is joined with the help of two flat metallic strip, that is metallic strip A and metallic strip B, and that is extended on a table that is T. So if you want to measure the inertial mass of a body, so you have to put it over there, and this is the wooden block, and this is depend on the oscillation. When you put a body on that side of a pen, so it will the pen is displaced slightly in the horizontal direction. So when it displays slightly in horizontal direction, it execute a vibratory motion, that means ups and down. So with the help of this motion we can calculate the mass of the another body. So this states that it is found that the square of time period of vibration is directly proportional to the total mass of the pen and the body placed on it. So with the help of this, we can find the mass of the another body. That is, we write here t square is directly proportional to m. So t2 square by t1 square is equal to m2 by m1, and we can find m2. So we will put m1 over there. So with the help of this formula, that is m2 is equal to m1 t2 square by t1 square, we can find the inertial mass of the body. If you want to measure the gravitational mass, we have a physical balance or a common balance that we are used or familiar with. So in this, we have to put a weight on pen 1 or pen 2, you can put on either side. So if you want to measure the 1 kg vegetable, you can put vegetable in pen 1 and the same weight you will put on the another side, so through which we can easily measure the gravitational mass. So I hope you all are familiar with the physical balance or common balance through which we can measure weight. So this is all about the measuring of mass. So our next topic is measurement of time. So as we all know that to measure any time interval we need a clock. So any phenomena that repeats itself regularly serve as a clock. So any phenomena that repeats itself regularly can serve as clock. For an example, like we have electric oscillator, we have electronic oscillator, we have solar clock, we have quartz crystal clock. So these all are the example which repeats itself in an equal interval of time. So this is all about the measurement of time. I hope I am clear with the topic of measurement of length, mass and time. Now we have some question answer session. So our first question is what is the range of meter scale? So as I told you, that range of meter scale is from 10 raised to the power minus 3 meter to 10 raised to the power 2 meter. Our second question is through which device we can measure thickness of a hair. So with the help of screw gauge, we can measure the thickness of a hair. Our next question is what method we use to measure the distance between the star and earth. So we used parallax method, through which we can measure the distance between the star and the sun. What is mass? So mass of a body is the quantity of matter in the body which does not depend upon temperature, pressure or location of the body. That is about the definition of mass, and it has two types, that is inertial mass and second is gravitational mass. I hope I am clear with the today's topic. Thank you.